Performance to me is well, it's very vulnerable. I just want to take the talents that I was given and give that to other people. And that's part of the reason I love performing so much. Hi, my name is Caitlin Beirne. I am a sophomore here at the college. I'm from Long Island, New York. I live in Dunster House, and I study theater, dance, and media. I applied to Harvard specifically for theater, dance, and media. In my head, actually, I was between a lot of hardcore like musical theater BFA schools and a liberal arts education, and I really wanted to like study classes and study academics because I love school. I know it sounds a little nerdy, but I love school. But so I wanted a school that had both academics and theater, and Harvard was that great blend. So I study theater, dance, and media here, and then I study vocal performance at Berkeley, the Harvard-Berkeley dual degree program. Then I take 3 classes at Berkeley. One of them is my private voice lesson. One is an ensemble, which is kind of like a mini band. And then the other is anything you want. So I'm taking intro to keyboard. And so I'm learning to accompany myself. I like tried to do a chord there. I don't have a piano. So my dad was an Air Force pilot for 23 years. Growing up, I was raised in a military family and used to that mindset of service before self and giving back. It's a big part of my life, and I wouldn't want to give that up. And I feel like if I can help people, why shouldn't I? So I looked into Air Force ROTC. I knew that Harvard had a program. It's through MIT, but Harvard has access to that. So we have training. After your 4 years of training, throughout college, you commission as a second lieutenant in the Air Force or whichever branch you are in. I was little, but my dad would always tell me that, actually I do remember these, that anytime he would come back, like he'd be in his flight suit, his Air Force flight suit, and I would do these things called like run hugs, and I was like little, so I would just run and just like jump and give him the biggest hug, and I would sing with my dad, and he would like sometimes would play his guitar with me. So my dad was in a band when he was younger, so he has music and Air Force, and I also have music in Air Force, so I think that's one of my favorite things too, because I know that I'm following in his footsteps, and he's such a role model for me. So both my parents are, but I guess my dad specifically with Air Force and music.
So I will be merciful, say on.
The Pirates of Penzance is being put on by the Harvard Radcliffe Gilbert and Sullivan Players. It's a mouthful, but we are putting on the show November 10th through the 14th, and I'm playing Ruth.
And I, your little Ruth.
Exactly. Right now in the rehearsal process, I have gone through pretty much all of my songs and material that I'll be singing. Veronica, our music director, she has us at the piano. She plays out all our melodies, our harmonies. But knowing that we're all here and just excited to be back, it's like a unifying factor.
Dauphin, I am by birth a shepherd's daughter, my wit untrained in any kind of art.
I learned things in acting class like communication, self-advocacy, improvisation that I use in military training to become an officer. And then with those experiences and all those people I met, I try to like gather as much information as I can and like not steal it, but like take it and then use it in like performing.
And in a vision full of majesty, willed me to leave my base vocation and free my country from calamity.
Everything's so interdisciplinary that sometimes it's hard for me to just, I guess, compartmentalize one specific thing and pinpoint it. Applying to Harvard, it was a tad stressful. I was actually asked today, like, how did you get in? And I don't know. There's not one formula that you can get in, but my best advice was, or that I said today, which I always say to the question, is show your passion, because if it's something that you're passionate about and you want to do and you want to pursue, especially as a career, that will show through. So I sent in some videos of me performing and I would talk a little bit in between them, and I think that kind of showed my crazy energy that comes through all the time. So I think those were some of the things that made my nerves less crazy, because I knew that I was putting my most authentic self on the page, and whatever happened, happened.
It's not simple to say. Most days I don't recognize me. These shoes, this apron, that place and its patrons have taken more than I gave them.
My parents always made sure that I was striving to be the best that I can be. They knew that I had the potential, and I'm so thankful that they did that, because I would not be where I am without their support and love, and really that driving force.
But I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but she tries. She is good.
If you have similar interests of meeting people with different majors, or looking to study other things in addition to performing arts, then I would definitely recommend the liberal arts.